Hello, everyone. This is Miller-French with Angelik Hands. It's afternoon here in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and we've been getting quite a bit of rain. So I'm just taking this time to hop on and do a live with you. My voice is a little raspy today. Gone through some major purging this weekend. So if you're just joining me, hopping on, if you want to say a quick hello, let me know where you're coming in from. That's always great to see you. So I am streaming live on my Facebook page for Angelik Hands as well as my YouTube channel for Angelik Hands. So if you're catching me in either place, hello and welcome. I'm going to talk about a few things. This weekend was, wow, very, very, I have to be honest, very emotional for me. So it marked the 1 year, excuse me, the 1 year anniversary since my dad had passed away. So we got together as a family, my husband and I. We drove up to meet other family members and spent some time together and went to some of the areas, the favorite spots that my dad used to go to and that I used to go with him. So, you know, went into all those areas and it brought up a lot of triggers for me. And it was something that I had to face, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about this today, is facing your fears, facing what's coming up. And it was, I have been working with my healing journey for a long, long time. And with death, grief, and dying, I mean, even though I'm a medium and I connect with my dad on a regular basis and can see him, I talk to him, have visits from him, it's still different. Like, I recognize that there's still that part of me, my little girl inside, the inner child, where she's still processing the loss of her daddy. And I remember calling him Papa and Dad, Daddy, different things over the years, and just really held on to those memories. So we went up there, visited family, were surrounded by love, hugs, and spent some time at his gravesite. And I was finally able to get some words out and just share that with family members. And it was, things that I had held on for just about most of that year. And it weighed so heavy on my chest, where I felt so much, still felt so much guilt, felt so much grief for so many different things. And I was just ready to finally let that go. And it felt like, I was carrying a boat anchor for so long. And, um, you know, when you're going through the grieving process, there's no time limit on it. It's different for everyone. And you have different stages that you go through and different things that come up. And I've been sharing that message with all of you on my different social media platforms, that what I was hearing loud and clear from Spirit, the only way out is through. And when you really think about those words, and when it surrounds fear and fears and different things that are coming up, it is so very true that it's literally facing things. They're coming up for a reason, and it's coming up to be purged if you are ready to and willing to surrender it and to release it once and for all. It allows even more healing to occur. So with this, I guess, so at the anniversary of my dad's passing, with it being a year, and then, wow, the new moon and the Lion's Gate energies, the portal, and just feeling all of it, coming in at once. And it was it was a bumpy ride. It's a bit turbulent, but I'm here. I wanted to show up and just share these messages and connect with all of you. And for anyone that may be going through any bit of a hard time right now with anything that's coming up, just know that anytime we go through, whether it's a new moon phase or a full moon phase, this Lion's Gate energies that we're in, you can still feel the effects like days leading up and then days leading after. So really be gentle with yourself. And if you have tears that are bubbling up to the surface, allow yourself that time to grieve and to get that out of your system and to cry. If you're upset, take the time to listen to what is coming up. If there's things that you haven't been able to say, surrounding communication or talking to a loved one, especially when we're at home with loved ones, it's having that open communication and that even exchange of give and take, and knowing that yes, we all want to be seen and heard, but also our loved ones want to be seen and heard, and know that you know everyone is mirroring something back to us. So really bringing that into awareness as far as what's coming up, what still needs to be healed, and what parts of self are imbalanced. So a lot of what I do as a quantum life coach is I work with different biohacking techniques with my clients to get them from where they're at to where they want to be in a quicker amount of time, and it's to help break up the charge of what's going on inside of the body, and really going into it and being present with it, having that awareness and taking the time to work through those layers and just, facing those different things head on. So if you look at areas of time, how's your time management? If you look at your health and wellness, how's your health? How are your wellness goals? Is there something that you're currently working through? How are your relationships? What is your relationship with self? And um, you know what's going on with your career, and are you looking to make changes? How are things at home? And really, a lot was coming up most recently surrounding relationships and love, matters of the heart, and more healing for the inner child. So, I am currently in the process of putting together a new workshop that I will be announcing shortly. My intention is to have this made available. I would like to do this the first week of fall, and it's going to be a Zoom workshop. So if you're not able to make the live, you can still sign up and register for it, and then have the replay made available to you. So you have options. You always have options. But I just wanted to share that there's some different things that I'm being guided by my team to share with all of you, and just wanted to connect. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And then, interestingly enough, there was another fear that I worked through yesterday. And this actually stemmed from early childhood until I want to say mid adulthood. And it's like anything that you're resisting continues to persist. And my husband, he took us bike shopping yesterday, so we got his and hers bicycles, which was really very sweet and generous of him, and that's something that he wanted to do for quite some time. But I felt something working its way up inside of me. And this was actually the second time that we went out looking, and I felt the same things again. And I thought, oh, okay, something's coming up. And it literally getting on a bike again took me back to the scene of the crime, if you will, as far as all the times that I got hurt, all the times that I had a bike years ago where unfortunately there were a lot of crazy things that happened to it. There's just poor craftsmanship where it would just fall apart and I would get hurt. And so my balance was off and just a lot of different things and then falling. But when we were in the store and I got on and I gave it a ride around the parking lot and I was having the conversation with my inner child and I said, hey, you're doing it, no different than a mother to a child or a parent to a child, if you will, and just kept cheering her on. Like, if you've ever heard the saying, it when you fall off, you get back on. Or you fall off the horse, you get back on. You fall off the bike, you get back on. Like facing different things, facing different fears. So I did just that, and I know in a lot of cases it's easier said than done, depending on your circumstances and what happened, and it's not always easy. So there was a little beautiful, I will call this little boy a beautiful angel, earth angel in disguise, because as I was working through the feelings and everything and what just happened, what I just faced, I heard this little boy off to the left of me. He was talking to one of the other uh, sales guys that was there at the bike shop, and he was so excited. He was just telling them. I mean, he looked like a little, sounded like a little mini adult, and he said, "This is my third bike, and I'm so excited." And so I looked at our sales rep and I said, "You know what?" I said, "If little man can, do this, I can do this." So I just when my husband and I got home, we got everything back together out of the SUV and went for a ride around the block. And I tell you, that was just the most magical feeling, and that feeling of freedom, and it felt so good. And my inner child was happy, and it just, proved to me once again that the only way out is through. So if there's something that's coming up, it's getting up on the bike again, or if there's words that need to come out, or if there's something that needs to be said, getting the words out and facing those things. If there's something that's weighing heavy on your heart, getting the words up and out and saying it, and then allowing yourself to get that out of your body, making space. So I have literally felt like I've been through a pressure cooker this weekend, because my heart, I told my husband that I felt like my heart was just going through, like I almost felt like it was going to crack, and it was just like being opened up even more. And that was a big part of these energies. And if you've been receiving, the downloads and the light codes and the energies that are coming through, it is a lot about, the heart and opening things up and feeling that love and really going within and going through this beautiful metamorphosis and this transformation and making space for all these light codes, for everything that's coming in that we're all being immersed with. Whether you want it or not, it's here, and we're all feeling the effects of it. So if you're just starting out on your journey, or if you've been working on your journey for quite some time, I will tell you, I've been working on mine, going back to, I want to say 1990, 91 time frame. And when I really started to work with alternative methods and explore holistic wellness and try different things, and I'm still learning things. I learn things even when I'm working, with my clients. So it's a beautiful process, and it's just having that patience and watching, the transformation unfold. So another thing that I wanted to do today was just, I was being guided just to do, it's going to be short but sweet, little mini light language for all of you. It's going to be spoken. There's different ways that I can deliver light language to you. And anyone that's not familiar with it, it is the language of the cosmos, of the universe. Your soul will understand it. You will receive the spoken words at a very deep cellular level of, you're going to receive it body, mind, spirit, whatever you're meant to receive from the spoken um, healing that I'm going to be doing today. And just regifting you with what's already within you to help open these things up and to bring about that inner peace and calm, because there is so much going on in the world right now, and there's so much fear coming up for so many people. And a lot of the unknowns, the question marks, and people being worried, unsettled, not sure of how they're going to get from one day to the next. And just want to let you know I'm holding space for you. I'm working through my stuff and really trying to be the best version of me, and follow the guidance as it comes through, as far as where I'm knowing that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be at this time. And today is no different. So to share this message with you. So when I speak it, it's going to sound like absolute gibberish. It'll sound like nonsense. Your egoic mind may even say that sounds like this, like that doesn't make any sense to me, but that's okay. The beauty of it is it bypasses the human mind, the egoic mind, and it allows it to be received, like I said, by the soul at a very, very deep cellular level of the body. So just know that whatever you take in today from this, if you find that you need to revisit this, feel free. If there's someone out there, a loved one, that could use some inner peace and calm in their life at this time, feel free to like and share this, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or both. And I'm always grateful when you share the message of love with another person. So all you have to do for this is just find a comfortable place. You can sit on a chair, on the floor, on the beach, in the grass, wherever you're at in the world. Just get comfortable and try and find an area where there's going to be minimal to no distractions. You may even want to put your electronic devices on silent at this time. Just getting settled in. And this time, we're going to ground our energy. So I'm just going to walk you through this little grounding exercise, connecting us to Mother Earth. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. If you're driving, definitely don't do that. Pull over on the side of the road. Watch this later. But if you're in a position where you're sitting somewhere and it's a calm environment, you'll want to close your eyes at this time. We're going to take some nice deep breaths in, followed by a nice deep breath out. And then I will let you know when I start to speak the light language. Anytime you have any type of energy healing, whether it's with me or with someone else, you're going to want to drink a lot of water. Allow whatever is coming up, from this, just being present for yourself. You may just want to take some time for journaling, or if you find that you just want to get some rest, or if you feel energized, that's all perfectly normal, totally normal. If you have any emotions that come to the surface, completely normal. Anything coming up in your dream state, again, perfectly normal. But the importance is drink lots and lots of water. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to close my eyes as well, just to give you my complete and undivided attention. So you're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Try to hold that belly breath for a count of 3 if you can. Completely exhale that air out of your mouth. Do this a couple more times, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And once more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just listening to the sound of my voice and the sound of your own breath. And I'm going to start speaking the light language again. This is for inner peace and calm and to help balance whatever it is that you receive from these current energies, just to help bring about balance and to help you with the integration period that we're all in, and allowing yourself to make space. So at this time, before I speak the light language, I'm just going to ask you to hold an intention. If you can think of 1 to 3 things that you're willing to let go of at this time, maybe it's fear or anger or um, feelings of humiliation or shame or guilt, whatever that looks like for you. Letting that go and making space in your body, in your vessel for these words, for this healing. Take a moment with this. Okay, and I will begin. Chela patete putana la machela potana la parata pe uchilla manala patete pe tutala palala pete to putana la pa e chula la para e to putana la mani to putana la pa e tutana pala la pe tutala la pare putina manala pe uchilla pala la pa utila la pa e to putana la pe to putana la pa e to putana le una la pala la petita putana la pala la petita Oche la paro tuta la pala la petita na mona na para la pa. Echeta la potona la panen la pe tutuna pala la pete de puta la pala la. Echeta la pa, uta la pedete, uta la pala la pedete de puta la pa. Like you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Completely exhale that air out of your mouth. Do this a couple of times. And one more time in through the nose and out through the mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. At this time, you want to place one of your hands is over your heart or both hands, whatever feels good to you. Just take a moment with this, taking in the inner peace and calm and love, having love for yourself and love for others. And no matter what's going on in our world right now, know that there are things that you can do for you to help bring about that inner peace and calm. When you take that deep breath, anytime you take a deep breath, if you ever find that you're in a situation where you feel triggered or you feel afraid or you have something coming up to the surface where you feel unsettled, the best thing that you can do for you is take a nice deep breath in. When you take that breath in, you're breathing your spirit, you, back into your body. And it helps with your nervous system. I am sending you so much love. I feel so feel so much emotion right now from this. And I'm just so grateful for you connecting with me today. And one more thing that I wanted to share, when we were at, hi Nikki, you're so very welcome. Thank you. So something that I saw again today, and I cannot even put into words just how powerful this was. If there's a way that I can somehow paint what I saw, just how powerful. Like I said, there's a medium. I connect with my dad all the time. I connect with the afterlife, the angels, with the ascended masters, loved ones that have passed, friends that have passed, um, the Galactic Federation of Light beings from other dimensions. But something amazing um, came to me when we were standing at my dad's gravesite, and I just happened to look over and I saw him and all these beautiful angels behind him. It was beautiful. And I saw that again today. It's just a reminder of how loved we are. And he looks so healthy and so happy. And those angels were the whitest, brightest white that I've ever seen, with big angels that were walking with him. And he was walking towards us, and we were visiting him, but he was also visiting us. And I still feel a lot of emotions coming to the surface from that. And I am so grateful. I am sending all of you love, and know that whatever you're going through, you have a team in spirit that loves you, that's with you, and that supports you. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your week.